Currently Artful Girl on tab $3.60, Back to Man $4.40, Sigourney at $5. The light's on. They're all in and ready to jump in the first. Racing. Flash Prince hesitated on the inside. Grecian Lass began well. Going forward, Guts and Glory, showing some speed. Motel, Beckford even wider. Mashani Missile dropping just in behind them, and then Contrition, followed by 4 o'clock knock. There's Back to Man third last, Sigourney second last, and Artful Girl last of all. So the big guns in the market are third last, second last and last, and they ain't going fast. Out of the straight, 1,600 metres left to go. There's no tempo. Grecian Lass bowls along comfortably. Leads Guts and Glory by just over a length, with Flash Prince third, the box seat. The one-away Motel navigated in to be fourth one off the fence. Next pair, Contrition over on the inside of Disputed River. Beckford three wide. In the centre, Mashani Missile. Inside the pair, 4 o'clock knock. Sigourney's found the rail off the wide gate inside of Back to Man. And 2 away to Artful Girl. The tab favourite is last of all. I'd estimate 12 off the lead, and still there's no tempo on. And I'm sure these backmarkers would want a bit more oomph up top, but they're not getting it as yet. And it's Grecian Lass in front, 3/4 Guts and Glory. Flash Prince third, box seat, fourth the outside Motel. No change to the running order at the halfway mark, and little change to the tempo. 2 to Contrition on the inside of Disputed River, who just dropped back a length outside of it. Now here's Artful Girl making a move. Potgetter waited no longer. He takes off 3 wide as they approach the half mile. Nearer the inside was 4 o'clock knock, then Mashani Missile. Followed further back in the field by Beckford, and still the tail end pair Sigourney over on the inside of Back to Man. A bit more tempo now, and they start to bunch up short of 600 left to run. That first 1,400 metres, 1:30 and 64, very slow. Grecian Lass leads from Guts and Glory, and here's Motel coming up on the scene 3 wide. Flash Prince fourth at the turn. Then came 4 o'clock knock trying to rail, followed by Mashani Missile. Still Back to Man, Artful Girl and Sigourney were a mile back. Grecian Lass led below the 300. Motel throwing out a challenge on the outside. Then Flash Prince followed by Guts and Glory, and Disputed River running on fairly well. Down towards 100 metres, Grecian Lass is trying to grip on, trying out of the outside Disputed River. Grecian Lass, Disputed River. Disputed River went home too well. Beat Grecian Lass, Flash Prince, Motel or Guts and Glory, followed by Beckford. Sigourney, never a hope. Then 4 o'clock knock, Contrition, Mashani Missile. Back to Man, never a hope. Artful Girl last, never a hope.
Yes, Disputed River with the big guns on the outside running down the lead of their Grecian Lass, who had it pretty cruisy, as David mentioned, with the sectional splits there. Couple of the favourite runners. It was no good at the start for Artful Girl. She was sluggish, slowly away, back to last, and the other fellow was back there with her, Back to Man. They were old-time waltzers, whilst Grecian Lass was controlling the tempo. However, Disputed River, from that good draw, has been able to get through around heels and finish best to score. So he's in really good form, this fellow, since coming from the south. Second at Eagle Farm to Leary, 1 at Eagle Farm. A few gear changes today. You don't often see gear changes to this extent. When they've won a race, blinkers off and crossover off, but Stuart Kendrick's stable's got that absolutely spot on. 11-1-13-4.
Yes, he certainly has, Maxie. Not only has Stewie got his eye in, so have his horses. And I think this is one of the fellows that was bought online. Am I correct?
Yeah, he was. He was one that I ended up leaving in my wife and daughter's name. So that's
It's the holiday horse. I remember now. So, boy, this holiday, you're looking like going from up the back to up the front shortly.
I know. It's she'd probably be booking an extra tour somewhere now. But he's really done a good job, this horse. The guys at home have done a terrific job. When we first got him, he was a little bit of one of those horses that just didn't really know what he was doing. And as he's matured, I think that's probably been the big thing, a little bit of age on him. And he just keeps getting better and better. So nice to be able to bring him here and win a Saturday race.
Absolutely, and nice to get him out to this kind of trip, being by American Pharaoh.
Yeah, he is, and he just looks like he'll stay all day. We were just saying the other day, he sort of sprinted up like he was going to put him away, and just had to think about it. So we took the blinkers off him today. Danny, who rides him work, was very keen to get him off him, and we did that. And he sort of sees them coming now, so he sort of digs in a little bit. So that was good, and they walked along there today, and I thought, oh gee, this will be interesting. But he relaxed beautifully, and Jake did a good job on him.
Oh, you got a fabulous ride.
He did.
All right, well, this kitty for the holiday is looking pretty good. I think that's another 42,500. Is this one of your boys here?
It is, that's Bailey, yeah. So he does the hard yards in the stable, so he's going to be putting his hand up for the trip too now, I think.
Bailey, are we looking at business class now, do you think?
I think so.
Absolutely. Love your work. All right, thank you, Shuey. Well done. That's it for the first here at Doomben. Well, let's have a chat to our winning jockey, Jake Bayliss, now. And you gave that horse, Disputed River, a beautiful ride. Well done.
Yeah, thank you, Bernie. I mean, when you draw two, you sort of got plenty of options, but he has been falling right at the back and sort of swooping around him and doing his best work late, but Stu suggested take the blinkers off this time and just so he can see his opposition when he starts to hit his straps. So he was really bullish to the line, and, you know, this time he actually had the chase instead of hitting the front early and just sort of floating late. So Stu scratched him last week to make sure he was here at the 2000, and he looked a treat. He raced a treat, so happy days.
The tempo was pretty slow to begin with.
It was, and I had the 1-1 early, and I decided to let the favourite in because I just thought I'd just use up a little bit too much horse to be that spot closer. So I was happy to come and pair back and where I was travelling, and once I got off their back, I knew he was going to relish the line.
Well done.
Thank you.
The 1600 metres for race 2. Starter Ross Smith picks up the button. The red light is on. Favourite drawn barrier 2, American Fireball. They're off. You and I, Joe Mama Jump, well, American Fireball was third away. Lucania is showing some early speed, as is Fire Love, as is He's for the girls. Settling just behind them soon after the start was Per Capita. Classic Gal trying to come across, but just caught 3 wide around the first bend. Not a clue how or who, no early speed. The second favourite drifts back to be fourth last, then Blue Ray. Out towards the tail was Waterwall, and Blueprint was last of all. That's the first call as they go below the 1200 metres and head down the back straight about 10 lengths first to last. And setting up shop in front was You and I, but tackled by Joe Mummer on the outside. Joe Mummer drew to a length lead over You and I. They sprint away. They lead by 2.5 to Fire Love, who's got into third, found the rail and has clear air. She's getting a good run. Then about 3 away in fourth, Lucania. 1 to American Fireball. The well-backed favourite lies in fifth. Then He's for the girls, Classic Gal, followed by Amadi inside of Per Capita. Next pair, Not a Clue How or Who inside of Blue Ray. And then Waterwall and Blueprint, the tail end pair. Below the 600, they've gone hard here. Leaders will stop. 60.2 the first 1,000 metres. You and I the inside and Joe Mummer the outside have gassed each other. Fire Love about to come 3-1 and close. Lucania 4 deep. American Fireball fifth around the bend. Wilson Taylor just looking for a clear run. He's for the girls. Classic Gal right down the outside with Per Capita. Where's this favourite? Still trying to find a run. And it comes a bunch finish with Lucania and Fire Love. American Fireball getting the run, and He's for the girls on the outside. 100 left to run. He's for the girls. Sprint to the lead. Lucania can't go with it, and He's for the girls pulled away. Beat Lucania. Third, I'd say American Fireball. Sort of had his chance when he got out. I think he's just beaten Fire Love for the third spot. Then Blue Ray, Not a Clue How or Who, followed by Joe Mummer.
All right, He's for the girls takes out race number 2 here. Jason Edwards, his trainer. Great job, Jason. You've gone off a week early. Next weekend, I think, is Girls' Day out at the races.
It is the Girls' Day out, but we might have to back him up if there's a suitable race for him now.
Is there?
I don't know. You haven't looked that far ahead.
You can have a look when you calm down, when the champagne stops. Great effort by this horse. No luck last start.
No, we've sort of been a little bit disappointed with him because he's working like a superstar at home, but he keeps drawing wide barriers, and we've had wet tracks. We get back in our race, it doesn't suit where today we drew a lot better. We could be in a more forward position. They ran along. It was a genuine run race, and we've always thought once we get up to a mile, this would suit him.
And you're dead right. I mean, it's frustrating, isn't it, when you've got the horse going perfectly right and then you get into a race where they crawl along.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, from a wide alley, you don't like burn them up, so you try and ride them cold. And when you see them walking, you just know you no hope. And it's very frustrating, but today we got the result, which was good.
I think Ross has got a pocket full of cash now. I was watching him pre-race.
I hope so. He might be shouting us very shortly, hopefully.
Well done on the win.
Thank you.
Let's have a chat now with winning jockey Taylor Marshall. Superb ride. Well done. Everything panned out beautifully.
Yeah, thanks, Bernie. I was rapt to see the tempo was genuine as it was. My bloke was sort of first time over a mile. Just wanted to get him to relax, and the tempo definitely helped that.
Yeah, I was just saying to Jason, it's so frustrating when you have these sort of horses fit and ready to go and you get into a race where they crawl.
Yeah, that's right. Tempo's everything. Also, he's been bumping into, funny enough, sort of wet tracks this time of year, so a bit more on top of the ground today, and definitely helped.
Does he give you the feel that there's a few more wins to come?
Yeah, he's always had the ability, just a bit. He's definitely got his quirks and gets himself a bit worked up, but today he was nice and calm. So
well done.
Thank you.
Dropped dramatically in the weights here. She's hard to catch. But I do like Sacred Feeling, putting in Dirty Dancing, Blazing Boots, and also Jukebox Glow.
And here's David.
Dirty Dancing hesitated, missed a length or so, and I noticed Snow Boom didn't begin all that well. Double Scoop and Bell Tycoon, the first two to go, with Living Free outside the pair, three wide. Kokonotsu fourth and Snow Boom on the improve after the average starter. She'll land fifth on the rail. 2 lengths away, Russian Mystic outside of Dirty Dancing. About 3 away then as they went down the back was Jukebox Glow with Blazing Boots, and the favourite Sacred Feeling, Stone Motherless last 10 off the lead. Bell Tycoon being peppered by Living Free as they reach the 800 metres. Racing third, the inside Snow Boom and Double Scoop fourth, the outer. 2 Kokonotsu and a clear fifth, 1 Dirty Dancing. A length Russian Mystic and then Jukebox Glow, Blazing Boots and Sacred Feeling is still at the tail end, and they've reached the 600 metres. The first split 45.59, not overly fast, so this favourite's got a big task ahead of it, Sacred Feeling. Meanwhile, Double Scoop scooted to the lead from Bell Tycoon and Living Free. Snow Boom fourth around the bend. Kokonotsu pulled to the outside, then Dirty Dancing, Russian Mystic, Jukebox Glow forcing into the clear, then Blazing Boots and Sacred Feeling, but Double Scoop at big odds is still a leader below the 200 metres. Trying hard as Living Free, Dirty Dancing driving between the pair, then Snow Boom, Kokonotsu and Russian Mystic race changing. Living Free went to the lead, Dirty Dancing charged it and beat it. Dirty Dancing beat Living Free in a developing finish. Snow Boom, I'd say third, Russian Mystic out wide and Sacred Feeling not far away. It was an eye catcher, but she was too far back. Double Scoop peaked later, then came Bell Tycoon, Kokonotsu, Blazing Boots and Jukebox Glow in 1:19.75.
Gillian Heinrich takes out the third here with Dirty Dancing. Sable Form and Stewie's here to have a chat about this lady, and obviously that was a very tough win, and it was a great ride by Jake also.
Yeah, it was a good win. She's overdue for that. You know, she was a bit stiff last time here, and yeah, she put it all together today and went to the line good.
Yeah, this sort of company, and perhaps even a bit higher, doesn't look beyond her at all.
Yeah, well, Jake said, you know, once she gets to the mile, she'll probably be a better horse for it. So, yeah, so today step up to the 13.50, and who knows from there.
Yeah, so the confidence levels were pretty good today, were they?
Yes, they were. You know, she come on, she'd done treats since the last run. So, yeah, it was a good confidence.
Well done on the win.
Thank you.
Jake Bayliss is on fire here today. 3 races down, 2 wins already.
Yeah, I looked this morning, they had me at $26 in the JC. I thought I had better odds than that. But anyway, 2 on the board already from 2 rides. So the day's only going to get better. I think the better rides will come later on to come.
You really were zigging and zagging with this girl.
Yeah, the speed was really on and off early, and then they sort of really cramped it up from the 600. And I knew they'd sort of open up, and I know she's got a great turn of foot, and she really relished the line.
Well done.
Thank you.
Let's watch for Street Chase Barrier 1, how he jumps away. He's been a little tardy in the trials. Starter has a last look. Hits the lever, racing. Street Chase came out ordinarily. Defiant Boom won the starter. Brazen Actor's got speed. Going forward as well was Wayfarer's Way. Head Honcho's off the track early. Just behind them, Super Alloy. Then Mythbuster. Street Chase about midfield in the first call. Then Crypto Star, all-inclusive. Mashani Hitman. And Mr. Crowning Moment is last of all. Brazen Act. Wayfarer's Way and Head Honcho. 3 wide working triple time. Not so Defiant Boom. Rod's got the well-back favourite. Park fourth around. Getting the right run. Mythbuster the centre, Super Alloy 6-3 wide with cover, then Street Chase near the rail, following Defiant Boom in fact, then all-inclusive, Crypto Star drops back, then Mashani Hitman and Mr. Crowning Moment. At the turn now, short of 400 left to Rana, the leader was Brazen Act, tackled by Wayfarer's Way, Defiant Boomer, Rod works away from the rail, gets into the clear, and starts to pounce on these two leaders, down the outside, all-inclusive with a strong Rana, all-inclusive is coming all over the top of Defiant Boomer, then Super Alloy, short of 100 to go, all-inclusive dashed away from Defiant Boom. Street Chase running on, but all-inclusive, very good on debut. Beat Street Chase, Defiant Boom, Super Alloy in fourth, then Mythbuster followed by Brazen Act, then Mr. Crowning Moment, Wayfarer's Way. Wellback was at the head of the others.
All-inclusive takes out the fourth here, and that couldn't have been more impressive than if you'd written a script. Winning trainer David Van Dyke joins us for a chat. Is that what you were expecting?
I was actually expecting him to be a bit closer to the pace. He began well and wanted to charge a bit in his trial, and I thought, he'll probably begin well and be a bit lost. So when Ryan was back there over 1100 here with traffic, I was thinking, gee, this is going to be tough. And I was just hoping he'd pick up in the straight. But the turn of foot he showed, if he pulls up well, we're off to Sydney.
Why not? Why not? So he's slipper bound.
Well, 1200 at Randwick in 2 weeks. You know, the way he just performed there at his first start, I think we'd be mad not to go.
He certainly, I agree. He certainly did catch the eye in the yard as well. I mean, it's a lovely type. You could see that he was new and he was having a good look around. How did you come to get him, Dave? Obviously being by All Too Hard.
He reminded me of Alligator Blood when I first saw him.
Dave, that is a good way to pick horses because we know how much Alligator Blood meant to you. So this guy, and you put together a really nice, fairly big syndicate, so they're in for a great ride, aren't they?
They're terrific people, and wow, to win a $125,000 race like that. And we always felt that he was going to be a better 3-year-old. So what he's doing now and what you just saw is just raw talent.
So you take him home, you nurse him now, so you don't go to the Jewel?
No, he's not Cutis.
Oh, he's not Cutis, right, yeah. Okay, so he goes to Sydney for 2 weeks' time?
Yes.
For
1200 is at the Todman, and then 2 weeks if he won that or ran second probably in the Slipper. But I've also nominated him for the size, so look, pressure's off really. I mean, he's just won his first start brilliantly. Everyone's happy. It's great.
What is he like at home?
He's good, but you've got to meet him halfway. He's got a little bit of a strong personality. You just saw him kicking out there. But we all love him, and he's good. He's beautiful.
Good on you, Dave.
Thank you.
All right, let's have a chat to Ryan now. Ryan, I just keep saying wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, he did everything wrong and still produced a turn of foot like that. So he's always shown good ability. I was dead set on trying to get him in behind him in his trials, but he was just beginning too well, and unfortunately today he just stepped slow like they can first day at the races. They just be deer in the headlights.
Is that a better result in the long run though?
I think 100%, yeah. That's why I was trying to do it in his trials. I hate when horses first day races and they've been up on the speed and they don't learn nothing, and today was a result of learning nothing. He wanted to over race, but like I said, he wasn't really entitled to show that turn of foot, but he's obviously got a ton of ability.
David wants to take on the Sydney side as next start in Sydney, so that finish that he gave you today, did that feel good enough to do that? Yeah,
100%. He's got a lovely temperament, but he wanted to do a little bit. But otherwise than that, he doesn't turn a hair in the barriers. He goes to sleep. He's very relaxed. He's very raw, like you just seen, but obviously got a ton of ability.
Well done.
Thank you.
Bit of movement towards the inside. Fields of Moore's Towie. Sam Collop momentarily out of the saddle. Hops back in, racing. Beginning fast, Mashani Crown and Mashani Lily, and Fields of Moore's got speed as well. They're the first three. Overfull driving forward to fourth, then Time to Cry. T can't go with them early. Sixth away, then Sandy Grip, Dream Drop, and a clear last was Blanton's Run. Into the first bend, 800 left to Rana. Mashani Lily takes over from Mashani Crown, moving up to be second. Fields of Moore trails that pair in third, and Overfull navigating into a great spot. Basically one out and one back as they reach the 600 metres. Time to Cry, park fifth on the rail inside of Sandy Grip, and T's got only two behind her, Dream Drop and Blanton's Run. 7 lengths span them as they approach the 400 metres, and Mashani Lily going quickly in front from Mashani Crown, led it by a length at the turn. Fields of More in third, pulled to the outside Overfull, then Time to Cry. T is still 6 off them with a mountain of work to do. Mashani Lily booted in the early part of the straight. It was nicely clear. Overfull trying hard, then Mashani Crown and Fields of More, but Mashani Lily down below the 100 metres. It's getting tired, but they're tired chasing her, and Mashani Lily did it all of the way. Been Overfull, Mashani Crown, fourth photo, Fields of More or T, never a chance, but good late. Then came Time to Cry, Dream Drop, Blanton's Runner, and Sandy Grip last home in 1:4:65. Les Ross and Mike Crooks, you have done it again.
Alrighty, Mashani Lily takes out the fifth here. Let's have a chat to Mr. Cutis himself. What'd you win today, Les?
No, I haven't even looked, Bernie, to be truthful. I was a bit worried from the 8 alley, but anyway, she done the job and done it well.
She was just extraordinary today.
Yes, it was named after Mikey's mother, so she might be looking down on us. So, but
Absolutely, God bless her. By Kobayashi, the same sire that you had all the luck with last year.
Yeah, and I believe the third horse might be a Kobe too, so look out in a fortnight.
Indeed. What about with her heading towards the Jewel at 1200?
Well, we were worried about the 1100 today, but that was first up. We've got 2 weeks to put a little bit more polish on her, and maybe the third horse.
Maybe the third horse. Mashani Lily's obviously come on nicely since that first prep. We saw her win on debut. What did you make of her next two runs?
A little bit disappointed, to be truthful, but she kept stopping, but we tipped her out, brought her back, and she's been flying, and Jimmy wanted to actually ride Crown, and I talked him into riding this one, so he'll be happy.
He'll be happy. Let's talk about Mashani Crown. She's been in work for a long time, but keeps turning up.
Yeah, she'll go 2 more weeks and into the Jewel, and then she'll have a good spell.
Yeah, she certainly will. Well done, Les.
Thanks, Ben.
All right, let's have a chat now with Jimmy Orman, and Les says he takes credit for you riding this one because he said you wanted to ride Crown.
No, my manager wanted to ride Crown. And but over the years I've learnt I just ride what Les says because he knows him best. So yeah, I don't go try to pick or anything. And obviously he was right because he put me on the fast one.
Obviously loads of improvement from the first prep there as well.
Yeah, there was. Obviously good experience on these horses, but going into the Jewel with that sort of speed and that when you can find the front in a 2-year-old, it's like a massive advantage. And yeah, one thing I won't do is doubt Les Ross.
Yeah, she was strong through the line. Well done, Jimmy.
Thanks, Benny.
Is obviously looking great in his peak fitness now, I guess, as well. Desley's slightly toey. Here's David.
Boom Talk runs well in the red, and he's drawn the rails, and they're off and racing, and he began on terms with them. Betcha the Crown slightly slowly away. Brentwood won the jump, goes to the early lead. Boom Talk sliding along the rail. My China's right up there. Miyake not too far away, and Betcha the Crown will land about fifth. Just behind that trio was Holstein, and then came Hyde Park, followed by, at the head of the others, Pre-Poted over on the inside, Petunia, and Viminelli off the wide gate was Stag back to last. That's the first call. 900 left to Rana. Brentwood being nursed in front, leads My China by a neck, and they slow the speed. Mayaki's 3 wide, Betcha the Crown the centre, and the short price commodity Boom Talk right behind the leader Brentwood. He's in the box seat. Then Hyde, midfield outside of Holstein, followed by Prepotent, Petunia and Viminelli facing a task as the races slowly run. Down below the 600 metres, 45.91 the first 750. It will be a sprint home. Boom Talk currently sitting behind the leader, just needing some room to move. And that leader is Brentwood on the turn. From My China the outside, Mayaki about to drop off. Boom Talk needs a run, and Holstein, Betcha the Crowd held up as well. And Hyde is coming down the outside. Brentwood's now in full flight. Boom Talk gets the inside run. He starts to chip into the margin. Brentwood is still the leader. Boom Talk trying hard, hasn't got the leader as yet. And coming at the pair was Hyde. Now Boom Talk hits top gear, and the short price favourite goes away. Beats Brentwood, Photo third. Maybe Hyde, Betcha the Crowd finishing late. Holstein not far away. Then Petunia, Viminelli, followed by My China, Mayaki, and Prepotent last home in 120.11.
Well, everybody can breathe a sigh of relief now. The $1.60 favourite has got home here in the 6th at Doomben. Sadie Smith joins us for a chat on behalf of Matt Dunn. And Sadie, it certainly wasn't an easy watch because it was such a slowly run race.
Yeah, he did have a bit of a fight to get to the front today, and we wanted to get back on him a bit today, give him a bit of a quieter ride than last time. You know, a couple of times he's come around the outside, and this time he had to sneak up in through the fence, and it just really shows what a well-rounded horse he is, that he's able to go, you know, on the rail, behind. He just excels in every way. So yeah, it's brilliant to have him at the stables, and very exciting to take him to the races.
Indeed, he's just so genuine. I mean, he's almost asleep when he parades.
Honestly, to bring him here, he's the easiest horse to look after. He's so chilled, and even at home, like, he's an absolute pleasure to work with, pleasure to have at home, pleasure to take to the races, and as I can imagine for the owners and for us as well, yeah, it's just lovely to have him around. Yeah,
marvellous job, well done.
Thank you very much.
All right, there she is. We'll have a chat now with Jim Orman, and we'll get his thoughts. But Jimmy, we're watching you throughout the run. It had been a disaster for most horses, given that this tempo was just so slow. And we're thinking, just stay on the fence, and you did.
Yeah, I thought we were going 7 and 2. It was just very steady. I'm glad Ange held the front on Brentwood, because yeah, we're just going too slow, and I was able to just get that inside run. And I think he would have won the other day if it was a dry track. I just think that I know I had to work to get across, but just think his wheels were spinning a bit in that wet track. So I'm glad the rain stuck off today.
We were just discussing what a pearl of a horse he is. I mean, he looks a very easy ride.
He is pretty cruisy. He was getting back early in his career, but now he's got a bit more tactical speed. But it doesn't really matter what he does from now on. He's paid his way with his Cutest Magic Millions win. He can go back next year and do it again.
Indeed. Good on you, Jim.
Thank you.
Picks up the button, hits it, racing. Granite Prince, the favourite, began well, as did Bold Pedro. Showing early speed from out wide, Cocoa Brew Express and Tuhinga. Up there as well, So Dapper with Never Island, a perfect encounter, and it's going to be a mad drive as they go to that first bend. Drifting back, Waireri Falls, then Vendetta, followed by Oh Misbehaving, Charlie's Case, and Hell of a Deal. Didn't participate at all early, and the second favourite settles down last of all. Down the back, short of 1,200 left, Arana, and Cocoa Brew Express takes up the lead. From Tuhinga in second and Perfect Encounter, third over on the outside. Granite Prince is going to land a good spot mid-race, fourth one away from the rail at the 1,000. Then Bold Pedro, fifth inside of Never Island. Two So Dapper, a length and a half Vendetta, and one to Waireri Falls. A length and a quarter Charlie's Case with Oh Misbehaving and Hell of a Deal, the last pair. A strung outfield, 11 lengths span them down the side. 700 from the judge, and Cocoa Brew Express is currently making every post a winning post. Perfect Encounter up on the outside second, trailing by 3/4. Third third to Hinger, and Granite Prince given every chance in fourth. 61.62 the first 1,000. That's a fair pace. Here are some moves. Never Island and Vendit sweeping up out wide. Bold Pedro coming away from the fence. Then came Charlie's Case, followed by Sodap. A hell of a deal being ridden for luck, but running out of room. And then came home misbehaving. Hell of a deal now pulled to the outside. Meanwhile, Granite Prince alongside Perfect Encounter to Hinger up inside the pair, and Vendit is joining in. A few with the chance here. 4 in line to Hinger. Perfect Encounter. Granite Prince and Vendit, and Charlie's Case running on. To Hinger along the inside's got the lead, and to Hinger, I'd say just from Vendit, and rattling home out wide was Charlie's Case. Not far away, Perfect Encounter and Hell of a Deal. Granite Prince peaked when he was required to come on. Then Never Island, followed by Waireri Falls. Oh, misbehaving, never got into it today. Well back was Sodap, Bold Pedro, and tail right off was Cocoa Brew Express at 137.22.
Well done on another city win.
Yeah, thanks very much, Bernadette. Yeah.
He looked $1 million today as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I was a bit worried about the heat, but he handled it all right. Yeah.
So you'll be back soon for another city win, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah, well, you've done a marvellous job. Enjoy the win, John. Well, let's have a chat with our winning jockey, Georgina Cartwright. You must love this little guy at the moment. He's just so consistent.
Yeah, Larry. That's his stable name. But, yeah, he's a gun little ride. Well, not little. He's quite a big horse, but he had a bit of weight, but he's happy to carry the weight. A little bit sticky from that draw, but he's pretty tough. He's in great form.
Obviously, the tempo was pretty good.
Yeah, sort of because a couple of us from out wide really wanted to sort of push forward. It just made the tempo a pretty strong tempo, but once he got there, got a position, just really had to just wait for a run.
John just doing a marvellous job with him.
He's done a great job with him. He's placed him right. He's waiting for this race, and I thought last start he probably didn't quite get the trip, and I think back to this distance, he's obviously racing with a lot of confidence.
They're set and they're racing. Star Virgo hesitated to the start. Axe came out well. Golden Boom came out a little better, and Stride through to keep out Axe earlier. They go slowly in the early part. R&T third away. Legal Esprit about fourth, then Ranchand, followed by Star Virgo trying to improve after an ordinary getaway. Then Romanorius besides, and Gaius is last of all. Well, it was an easy lead for Golden Boom, the easiest of leads as they travel by the 800. He cruises in front, leads Axe by 2 lengths. R&T third. Legal Esprit sliding through the second favourite to be third on the rail. Rancham behind them in 5. Then Star Virgo inside of Romanorius and 2 to Besides outside of Gaius. The first split comfortable going. 35 and 75. 500 left to Rana. And Golden Boom, the favourite, comes to the turn in the lead. Axe one away from the rail. Legal Esprit right behind Golden Boom. R&T trying to rev up after a wide Rana. And then came Star Virgo. Gaius going to the rail. And then came Rancham. But Golden Boom's in full flight. And he's going great guns currently from Legal Esprit trying hard. Then R&T. Golden Boom the leader. Legal Esprit's coming now on the outside. Golden Boom in front. Legal Esprit's got him. Legal Esprit went home too well. Beat home Golden Boom. Third over the line, Ranchand, and fourth was Star Virgo. Then came at the head of the others, Romanorius, followed by Gaius, R&T Besides, and Axe dropped out and ran last in 1:9.63.
So how much fun did you have out there on him?
Had an absolute ball. I've been watching his horse for quite some time and I've been trying to get on him, and I finally managed to get on him, and just everything timed to perfection today. A little bit worried when I kind of had to sit off the mark and sprint, but just gave and kept giving, and it was a really tough run. And his last few runs he's been 3 deep, he's been caught in trouble. He's just a tough old horse, and I'm so thankful to get the ride today.
And as Maxie said earlier, you give this horse a target and he chases.
Yeah, 100%. As soon as he saw that horse in front, he just pinned his ears back and just kept trying. Even when he went past it, he still just kept trying. He's a tough horse. I like him.
And the trick was coming back in distance, wasn't it? I like the way you really bullied up, you jockeyed up early in the race.
Yeah, I think that was a big help. And just, he's drawn a gate finally, and he's just managed to get in a nice spot instead of being caught out wide and having tough runs. So everything just went his way today, so it was perfect.
Racing. They jumped in a good line. She's a Rogue and High Bar, two of the first to go. Femme Fatale with great early speed. Capital Chase fourth away. SJ fifth on settling down. Then Sunny Coast, followed by Surreal Ascot and Doyle. Kessel landing midfield with Vindicta. Mashani Royale 4 and 5 wide around the first bend. Then Lumens Lenny. 3 Defiant Spirit, no early speed. Then Mashani Gangster and 3 Top Fun run off its legs last. Capital Chase leads mid-race from SJ, who retains the rail. Femme Fatale doing a tough 3 wide and High Bar. Park fourth behind the leading trio. Then Sunny Coast, Surreal Ascot, She's a Rogue, Kessel Vindicta. Mashani Royale, a long way back was Lumens Lenny. Defiant Spirit beginning a run, then Doyle. Mashani Gangster and a clear last, Top Fun. Hit the straight by the 300 metres. Capital Chase giving cheek from SJ. High Bar gets out now strongly. Femme Fatale still there. She's a Rogue behind them. And Defiant Spirit starts to put in big strides. He's coming with a powerful run. 100 left to run. Here's Defiant Spirit. Descended to the right time. And at the Archer Park Racing colours, he burned away. Defiant Spirit beat home High Bar. Photo third. She's a Rogue prominent with on the outside Capital Chase. Lumens Lenny not far away. Then Kessel followed by Mashani Royale. Then Femme Fatale Vindicta. Doyle Mashani Gangster. SJ Sunny Coast Top Fun. And Surreal Ascot last over the line in 1:4.14.
How happy are you?
Yeah, no, good day. So yeah, he's an impressive little horse. I mean, we gave him a little jump out during the week, and I just said to Robbie, I sent him the video this morning, and I said he come from last and did the same thing, and I said if we can just get him to relax, and I think there'll be enough speed, give him the last crack at them, and it'll be hard to hold out. So it was a good win.
Well, it was number 20 right down the bottom.
Yeah.
That set the speed here.
Yeah, and he's a nice horse. I mean, I said to Jimmy, if he could get there, and if he had just got that lead that little bit easier, he gave a really good kick. He's just not quite 100% there mentally yet, this horse, but he's got plenty of ability as well, so we'll have a lot of fun with him. So, yeah, they both ran terrific, so very happy.
I mean, the second guy, or the guy who ran third, Capital Chase I'm speaking of, I mean, he's still a maidener.
He is, and he's got plenty of ability, and I think, as I say, once the penny drops with him, he'll be a nice horse as well, so it was really good effort.
I really wanted to be with this guy. I got frightened of the barrier.
Yeah, I think I did too. It makes it hard for me, especially around the 11:10, and I actually sent a message out to scratch him once we saw the barriers, and we had a bit of a rethink and thought, well, the goal's 2 weeks' time, so we wanted to have a run, and it all panned out well.
What a finish Robbie Dolan this horse had.
Yeah, he's got an amazing turn of foot when he's ridden to utilise it, and thankfully the speed was good today. A lot of excited owners here. He's a good little horse, and he'll take a bit of beating in a couple of weeks' time. And
the beauty with him is he is versatile. If it's at 1200 and the pace is steady, he can be on it.
Yeah, well, he jumped today, and I had to sort of give him the emotion to come back, and once I did, he settled really well. Speed was frantic up top, and once he got the split, he just ran away from them.
Racing Brisbane, Oscar Zulu made a good start off the inside. Wapiti well away with Ratani and Sneak Preview. He's going forward on Daytona Bay. So too is the Eleonora. Right up on the speed today, the Eleonora. Sea Raider about midfield away, then Seat of Power and Trevelyan. Followed by Stuck With You, drifting back. Sneak Preview with Russo, and Indian Dreamer is last of all. That's the first call to the back straight. 1200 left to run. Ratani on the inside, repelling the early challenge from Daytona Bay. So Orman just eases back now and trails by length. Racing third on the inside, Oscar Zulu. The outside, the Eleonora. And Sea Raider going by that pair to go up outside of Daytona Bay. Trevelyan finds itself 3 wide, a bit better than midfield. Then Shopping a spree over on the round inside of Wapiti. Stuck With You is 3 wide and 4 wide Seat of Power. He's doing it really tough in the middle part. And the last trio, Russo inside of Sneak Preview and Indian Dreamer last 12 off the lead. 700 left to run. Ratani runs it at a good gallop. Sea Raider was second. Daytona Bay now getting cover behind the lead pair third. and Oscar Zulu gets the right run as well in fourth. The Eleonora following Daytona Bay into the race. Shopping a Spree sticking to the rail. Then Trevelyan, Seat of Power, followed by Wapiti. A long way back coming to the turn was Russo. Then Stuck With You, Indian Dreamer and Sneak Preview. Sea Raider and Hugh Johns whipped away. Ratani quickly beaten. Daytona Bay after this leader, Sea Raider. And then came the Eleonora, Oscar Zulu. Shopping a Spree getting out. Sea Raider is still the leader. Daytona Bay is flat to the boards. Then the Eleonora. Sea Raider in front. Daytona Bay trying hard. Sea Raider hanging on. Sea Raider beat Daytona Bay, the Eleonora. Fourth, not sure. Oscar Zulu. Trevelyan is up there. And not too far away over the line was Oscar Zulu. And then Shopping a Spree, followed by Wapiti. Then Russo, Stuck With You. Sneak Preview, Indian Dreamer. Seat of Power. And Ratani went fast but slow at the end and ran last.
And somehow I get that you're very close to this horse, Corey.
He's a special horse. We picked him out at the yearling sale, and he's just such a character. And he's nearly human, Bernie. He's so intelligent. He's been a long time out. We knew that. We've persevered. Plenty of people sort of said we were wasting our time. He needed to be retired, but he just. Like this week, Tuesday's track gallop was just sensational. The boy that rides him just come back and said that was as good as he's worked. So we're a little bit confident. We hoped for a little bit more rain today. We didn't get it, but we didn't need it. It didn't matter.
It didn't matter at all. He was just like lightning here today. Why the long run of outs?
Oh, look, he at the end of the last prep, he just had a little issue that we just couldn't get right. We trained him off a treadmill for a while just to get those joints right. That didn't really work. And all he does, probably the poly track is not really to his favour. He doesn't touch it. So we've had to work him on the sand, and we've just started to get used to the grass. And you can see the difference. A
massive turnaround. I mean, I remember a couple of seasons ago when he was at his best, winning, was it 3 or 4 in a row?
Yeah, he did. He won at the listed Tats Mile as well at Toowoomba. He was flying. He looked like he was going to go on, and I'm just so glad we persevered, and here he is. Damien's done the job. I said he'd be a sneaky chance today.
Superb job. Corey just telling us how this week he had absolutely blossomed.
Yeah, sounds like he's had a better 101, so I might get a sling off that. But
does anybody get those anymore?
Few and far between, but certainly don't knock them back. He was really good. Corey obviously sort of got the little trick to him this week, and doesn't show a lot of speed earlier, but sort of just builds the whole way, and sort of had to sort of let him keep striding and see outside leader. And I was going pretty good at the 600 leader. Was starting to stop, so I thought, stuff it. What have we got to lose? We got 53, make him work and make him chases. And he loves to give him the ground. The track's deteriorating sort of by the minute, so he loved it and he just kept going.
I think he might like the name Thornton.
Yeah, maybe. Steph's 1 on 2, so we keep him in the family.